All right, what is up, Brago? How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Uh, got a sore.
A sore?
Yeah, just like on my leg.
Oh, where'd you get it from?
I think it was a mosquito. I think I'm gonna die of like triple E. You hear that's going around, right?
Triple E? What's that?
It's like some mosquito virus that's like over here killing people in America.
Oh, you know how many people's died?
I think it's like maybe 18.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna care then.
Oh no! Yes, it's not in the millions yet.
No, because I know when like COVID had gotten to a point where it's just like, I mean, it's only a million people, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
Oh, sorry.
18 people.
I blew it out of proportions. It's under 20, but the second person just died in New York.
Yeah,
So,
so
it's,
like,
it's slowly spreading in America. Slowly.
so if you end up being number 3, you know,
Rest in peace, man.
rest in
And
peace.
here's the thing. If you get bit by the mosquito, if you don't die to EEE, you have permanent brain damage instead.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's like a scary mosquito. Like, now when I
Where
see
the fuck?
mosquitoes, dude, I like, yeah, I kill them right away. Like, no hesitation.
So it's carrying the disease and it's like infecting people with it.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It's really scary. It's like one of those like random events, right? Like, just you never know like what's gonna happen in life. Like one day you're just going for groceries, and then the next minute you're done. It's so
You don't
it's so
believe
sad.
some of this shit is just like created though? Like, come on, bro. Where did mosquito find this virus?
It's just a rare mutations is like usually what it is. I mean, but even if somebody creates it, it's still like, it sucks because you
It's
can't really
one of
do anything
those where
about
it's
it.
like they're in a lab, right? They're working on
Yeah.
like super mosquitoes, and then one of them just gets out through the vent or something, and they're like, "Oh,
You're
fuck."
just talking about Planet of the Apes. That's just Planet of the Apes. I just watched the whole series recently. That's exactly what happens. They're like, oh, we're giving these apes super intelligence. Oh my god, one escaped the lab? Well, we're done.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me. That's probably what it is. But you know, art imitates life, bro.
It does. It does. I mean, I think
Just
ever
saying.
since we got science, people have been like kind of worried about like the minute we create an abomination or something that takes us out. I think that's why
But
people are
let's be
afraid of
honest.
AI, right?
It's kind of like if I'm a scientist, what else do I have to do? You know,
Yeah.
you just try shit. Like that's your job,
It's like,
just to try shit.
and everybody knows what that's like, right? You go to like McDonald's or, some fast food place. You go inside, you get like a large cup. Boom, 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 boom. Like one of each soda. Like we're all known for it.
Oh, you do that?
I mean, as a kid, not anymore. Now I just get
Oh.
like Coke.
I
Now
was
I'm
like,
a
you
lot more
still do
simple.
that?
No.
I mean, I guess I used to do that as well. Now I told you I dropped soda, so
Yeah. If you had to like, yeah, you drop soda, but if you had to like go back one day, just revisit the crack, what would you drink?
oh, don't put this in my brain, Sai.
I'm sorry, man. I'm dangling
probably-
meth in front of an addict.
Right, probably strawberry Fanta,
Strawberry Fanta. That sounds good.
like a chilled, like a really nice chilled, not frozen where it's like there are ice pellets in it, but like chilled to the point where it's like,
It's refreshing.
yeah,
Damn.
refreshing.
I can like
strawberry
taste it right
Fanta.
now.
Yeah,
Damn.
one of those. That's either strawberry or maybe pineapple.
I didn't know
I
Fanta
don't
had
like-
different flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
What's your go-to soda?
Vanilla Dr. Pepper with cherry from Sonic.
Oh,
Yeah.
oddly specific, but I
It's
get
very
it.
specific, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I used to like sometimes when I used to go to the grocery store, I used to get like the vanilla one, the vanilla Coke.
Oh, vanilla
Used to
Cokes
like
are good
those.
too.
Yeah, vanilla Coke. Yeah, I'm thinking about soda too much.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Here. I'll change the topic. Rice balls, onigiri. Do you like onigiri? Because it's in the cover
I don't
page.
think I've ever had any.
Really?
Yeah, I've never had onigiri.
Damn, dude. If you go to 7-Eleven, if you see onigiri, I say you should pick one up.
7-Eleven?
So in America,
In Japan, right?
so it's in Japan, but 7-Eleven America, they want to start bringing in Japanese confectionaries and like snacks and like desserts and entrees to America because they think it'd be a
Hell no.
great boost in revenue. And if they
Probably,
do
but
that, buy an onigiri, dude.
It would take a lot for me to eat food from 7-Eleven again.
Yeah. Have you been
I used to
scarred?
when I was younger. I feel like everybody did when they were younger. Not maybe not everybody, but you were hungry and you saw like pizza or something, ate it from 7-Eleven or a gas station, whatever.
Yeah.
No. But I mean, I've never had a rice ball, but I'm down to try it.
It's good, man. I mean, it's not just rice. Like, there's always like a meat inside or something. Like, you got some
chicken
like,
or something.
Yeah, like chicken, like either fried chicken, boiled chicken, something like that.
I think the concept is great, right? Just rice and just putting like meat inside of it.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's cheap too. Like, it's in Japan, it's like $1.
$1.
Yeah, it's $1 per onigiri. I think in America it's definitely gonna be inflated, but in Japan it's
gonna
cheap,
be like
dude.
$6.
Yeah, $6-7 onigiris. God.
Put steak inside it. Start experimenting.
Filet mignon. That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
This cover page, man. It's I'm a big Yamato fan. Every week we talk it up, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's 15 weeks. Nothing's really happened yet. It's a long burn, long slow burn.
Yeah, it's like I don't care much yet about it. It's one thing that I talk about when I'm talking about a review or something, but when it's in general, I'm not thinking about the Yamato cover story yet. I know it's probably going to go somewhere. I think my biggest takeaway from this cover story was how much bigger Inuyasha is than Yamato.
Yeah, big dog.
Yamato's not a small woman.
I think she's like 6'11".
Yeah, she's a big woman, and she looks like a kid next to Inuyasha. I didn't realize he was that big. That was my takeaway. Anything else about, because like it said the kidnappings are starting to weigh heavily. Really?
He's snacking on the beach, dude. I put it the best way possible. It's kind of like Joe Biden, right? Joe Biden disappeared for like 2 months, and then people are taking pictures, and he's just at the beach, just chilling.
He's at the beach,
just hanging out, man.
I guess it's kind of like the mosquito thing, where it's just like, all right, 18 kidnappings, but 20. Yeah. Now we got to step in.
Yeah, so, a couple million people need to die to EEE before we start taking it seriously.
That's when they're clear, like, hey, let's start, worrying about mosquitoes a little bit. I think that's what Inuyasha's telling Yamato here. Hey, like, okay, a few women, sure. Like,
imagine Inuyasha says, at least they're not kidnapping the guys. He's like, I'm safe. I can sleep soundly at night. I'm good.
And that can lead to an interesting conversation between Yamato and Inuyasha, depending on what she chooses to be that day.
Yamato's 8'8", by the way. I looked it up and I was kind of taken aback.
8'8".
Yeah, 8'8".
I think Inuyasha him around 15.
You think so?
Probably.
Let me see. How do we get these heights? Is this just all Vivi card? Inuyasha's 16'9".
Yeah.
16 feet tall? I mean, might as well be 17 at that point, but damn.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know how I knew something like that.
Yeah, you just had it ready to go, man. You were looking up this height, this guy's height well in advance.
I don't know.
My God.
I think Katakuri.
You should know Katakuri's height. You're like the Katakuri guy.
I know, but I don't know his height. If I had to guess,
I got it right here.
If I had to guess, Kat. Wow, I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure right now. Katakuri's height.
You got it. Come on. Shoot it, man. Yeah. Shoot it.
We're gonna say 9.
No, you're way off.
What is he, 13?
No, you're still off.
11?
Brother, he's 16'8".
16'8"?
No, yeah, he's literally like half an inch smaller than Inuyasha.
That's ridiculous.
18.5 is what he is exactly.
That's insane.
Dude, this guy's huge.
That's insane.
Luffy's fighting giants, man.
Because look at Inuyasha. Look at Yamato to Inuyasha, and Luffy's like half
the size of
Yamato's height.
Yeah.
Right? And that's who Katakuri was fighting.
And Katakuri is you might as well, you can just like copy and paste, just put Inuyasha there for Inuyasha, and same size exactly, essentially. My God.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, the kidnappings though. I hope they find those girls. Maybe they're just taking a break. Maybe they were running around all of Wano. They're just taking a break in that cover page. That's all it is.
I think it's gonna. One of my theories is that it's gonna turn into something actually good. That they were kidnapping them for a good reason. Kidnapping for a good reason is crazy, but I feel like it's gonna be like this is a Dragon Ball reference, but there was a time when Oolong was like kidnapping women, like girls, and like making them come live with him and stuff. And they were like worried why the girls weren't coming home, and they like asked like Goku and them for help. And then like when they went to where the girls were, they were like living like princesses, you know? They were like in like a palace, and they were like just having a grand ball. So like it could turn into something like that.
That's a good idea. Like for Minotomo, I could see it like, oh, Minotomo's a carpenter, but like the girls too. Like maybe, maybe they're all getting together and starting like a huge brothel in Wano.
I was gonna think a brothel, but that sounds kind of crazy because Minotomo is married.
Well, yeah,
Actually,
maybe
like I just made that up.
Yeah, you kind of made that up, but that's pretty canon, right? Like the guy is super old. He might as well be married.
Right? Yeah.
Married to the game. Yeah. You know, Minotomo could be that
married,
old
you know
pervy guy in the brothel just hanging out.
Yeah.
The Master Roshi of Wano.
Like
I like that.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I like it. So, just to speed through this chapter, let me tell you, man, Yggdrasil, it is the tree on Elbaf. But there's a lot of contention around the tree, right? Is it the Adam tree? Is this the only Yggdrasil? Are there 9 of them because, it protects the, quote, 9 realms in Norse mythology? Like, where do you fall on it? I just like gauging everybody's opinion on this. What do you think?
I Googled a bit of Yggdrasil because I've seen people mention Yggdrasil a lot when you talk about Elbaf, and it's just like, I kind of tune it out just considering how Oda typically goes about his mythology and his stories that he takes inspiration from. It's never really one-to-one. Like he pulls inspiration from it and he just kind of goes from there. But I think it's going to be one tree that's connected to all of Elbaf, where I know people were complaining about the size of it, saying that because somebody dropped a screenshot of like what they call the world tree.
Yeah.
And they're like, is it the same thing? Is that Yggdrasil or whatever? And I'm kind of like, yeah, I get it. But like the scale of these buildings, like these are made for giants, right? So it's hard to really scale it. I do think it's one tree. I think it's one tree. We might just be at the very top.
Yeah. I could see that.
I feel like it's too soon to even start like getting mad about any of this stuff because we really can't tell yet. It's just really early.
Yeah, like even with the giants here, like I feel like with this chapter, while we did get a lot of answers, we left with more questions, right? I've seen people talking about the giants we see in the first 2 pages, and they're like, wait, are these really giants? Like, because they're talking about the ear god, and they're like, whoa, that's a huge rabbit. Like, who could have done that? So it's like, wait, is the rabbit bigger than the giants, or are they just like hyping up the rabbit's size for some reason? And then we have Stein Castle, where everything, it's not like made for giants. It's like bigger than normal, but it's not giant size. So it's like, wait, is this made for animals? Is this made for people? Because it's not made for the giants we know of, like Dory and Brogy. Like, sizing is a weird thing in One Piece, and I'm kind of curious to see what Oda's gonna do with it. I don't know.
I wonder if we have some like a place in Elbaf that's made for giant people with giant blood, but they're not necessarily full blown giants.
Like a hybrid. Yeah.
Like hybrid. Like that's where they throw all the like mixies.
Yeah, like the losers of the crew.
Yeah, like you got a fishman mixed with giant, a long arm mixed with giant. Rid of them. So like they're not full giants, but they just go to this place.
Reject land. Yeah.
Like Kuri. What Kuri was for a time.
Yeah. So just, you're an outlaw.
Yeah, because I guess you'd rather be here in Elbaf as a mixie, like somebody that's mixed with giant blood, as opposed to, I mean, we see what like the world government do with people with giant blood.
Enslave them.
So it's just like, maybe this could be what it is. They're like not full giants, but they have giant blood.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think that's a bad answer. And plus, like with giants, like there's also like dwarves, but I guess we have the tontadas, but they're kind of too small, you know. So maybe this is like the dwarves among the giants. Even maybe they're like half giant, half human. That could make sense too.
Yeah, they're like mixed. They're just mixed. So they're like, you know, because I mean, bro, I don't know. When we think about Elbaf, I always think about like, I don't know why I always think that we have to go up.
Oh, you want to go down?
They think in Elbaf you go down. Like it's weird because I think how I think of Elbaf in my head.
Yeah.
Like even because we don't know how they got there, right? I always think about like you have to go up. It's like high up. I always view it like I view Skypiea, which is not. I don't know if it's because of the tree, but like how they view Elbaf, like when Shanks pull up to Elbaf, it seemed like, oh, you can just sail and then it's fucking Elbaf. I always viewed it like, oh, you sail there, then you have to like climb up to get to like
the
truly where Elbaf is. Yeah, the good stuff. So,
you know,
I don't know.
Now that you mention it, I mean, yeah, I feel the same way. I've always thought about it going up, but because you mentioned it just now, I thought about going down. Like, what if it's the opposite in a way, where
you go down?
Yeah, like
where
you know how,
sea
like,
level
the
is
Eve
like
tree.
it goes below sea level.
Yeah, below sea level. Because imagine like the Eve tree, right? In Fishman Island, they survive off of the Eve tree because it brings oxygen, it brings light, and that's based off of the roots of the Eve tree. So maybe if this is like the Adam tree or whatever, then maybe we go down and there's an underground civilization because we haven't had that in One Piece yet, right?
But you know, insane that would be. Well, underground civilization.
You can go up still, but what if like there's also down? Like what if down is where like all the good stuff is? Because that's like a trope with like giants and dwarves and trolls. They always just go down and they have like this crazy cave. I don't think in One Piece we've been inside a super massive cave before.
Other than Impel Down.
Yeah, other than Impel Down, which is kind of like a government building.
Yeah, it's just insane to think that like you can go down far enough to house like giants.
Yeah. But if we go down, that could also like we maybe touch on like the Lelucia stuff, right? Like what's at the bottom of the hole, like what's down there, because nobody knows what the hell's going on with that.
Yeah, I think, and then it's interesting that we don't see how the Straw Hats got here.
Yeah,
you know, so
they just showed up.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Have you ever like drank so much that you like blacked out and then you wake up somewhere else?
I don't know if I've ever done that. That's
it's scary.
Yeah, you've done that?
It's happened only one time, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a fun thing.
Yeah, it's a little excessive, you know?
Yeah. But I mean,
a lot of things could go wrong.
100%, yeah. Like, could have woken up anywhere, right? Like in One Piece, they woke up in goddamn Elbaf.
Wake up in Big Mom's book.
Wake up in Big Mom's book. So, you know, just to skip ahead, though, like, we see the cat, you know, it's attacking Usopp. It slaps down out of the building. It turns into a lion. You know, the monster trio show up, they knock it out, and then it turns back into a cat. What do you think's going on there? Is this a devil fruit transformation? Is this just a regular transformation? Like, where are you?
I don't know, because it's one of those things that I saw, but I didn't pay attention as much. Then after people started talking about it, I went back. I was like, it could just be like, you know, there's certain animals that kind of like look intimidating. Like, you've seen Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah.
And you know that, like that dinosaur that spits like black sludge.
Let me look that up real quick.
It like when it starts like shrieking, like it like it's like, I don't know if it's gills or some shit like pops up like a.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
The Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Where it could just be like an intimidation tactic, you know, where it's just like, oh, I can transform, and like people are more scared of lions than cats. But at the end of the day, it's just like
it's a little kitty.
Could be something like that. I mean, it looks like it turned into a fucking lion though, but it could just be like a trick.
Yeah,
I know people are talking about like inconsistencies where like this could be illusions and like a dream or some shit. Like they're just hallucinating.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Because of the Gear 4 thing,
Yeah.
People are like, oh, like the axe on Luffy's back was a sword a minute ago.
Yeah, because it was like Gum Gum Gear Fourth Elephant. And it was like, huh?
Yeah, and then they're like, whoa, the sword on Nami's back is gone, and then it's back the next minute, or vice versa. Usopp's missing his bag in one image. And then Luffy's talking about how he doesn't want to eat the cat because he just ate the rabbit. Like, how do you feel about those inconsistencies? Are these inconsistencies where Oda just made mistakes, it's a new arc, or do you think there's actually something at play here?
I don't know how people can talk about inconsistencies. Well, some people like they're trying to say that we're almost protecting Oda by not calling him out for his mistakes. And I'm just like, what? Like, I don't know about all that. For me, it's just like, if it's this obvious, it's some other stuff going on. To me. So, you know what I'm saying? If it's like this many mistakes, it's other stuff going on. Like, we've seen mistakes in chapters before, but this many, it has to be some other stuff going on.
Okay.
Because isn't Loki supposed to be like a god of mischief or something? I don't know.
The god of mischief, the god of trickery, tomfoolery even. So I think that's where the theory spawns, where it's like, oh, this is Loki's doing.
Right. So it goes right in line with that. So for me, I just kind of like, it could be something like that. I don't want to attribute this to like just Oda making mistakes. I feel like it's too many. It's too many. So the hallucination thing could be cool. That could be it.
Yeah, I'm not.
But the gear, I thought, because I wanted to wait for the Viz as well.
Yeah.
Because the Gear Fourth Elephant.
It's like very obviously Gear Third.
Yeah. Like, is this even Luffy in them?
Hey, I think it is. I mean, I'm like on the opposite end where I don't defend Oda. And it's like, no, dude, Oda's like, him and his team, they're human. I think they just made simple mistakes.
So you think it's like mistakes that they made?
Yeah. I mean, we're in a new arc, man. Like new clothing, new designs, new almost everything. So I think these are just mistakes. I think they'll be corrected when the volume releases.
What about the Gear Fourth one, though?
Yeah, but like Atlas had a whole number that was messed up too, Like, I think that's where I kind of draw it. And then we had like the Sanji book where it said cock, and then they changed it to cook. I feel like these mistakes, they happen every now and then. I don't know how they happen.
The cock one was a mistake, by the way.
What's up?
I don't think the cock one was a mistake.
You think Oda was just making fun of Sanji?
I think the backlash made him change it.
Oda did that one on purpose. He was like, "Ah, damn it, they got me.
They got us. Let's change it. Let's fucking change it." The Gear Fourth one. That's the weird one.
Yeah,
because it's clearly not Gear 4, unless it's a new technique. It's just too much weird shit going on, bro.
That's totally fair. Like, I feel like out of everybody I've talked to, I'm the only person that said like, oh, guys, it's just mistakes. Like, everybody else is kind of like on the board that it's Loki hallucinations or something else is happening. And I've come to respect that opinion a lot.
It's a deeper conversation. It's just like, I guess, why do you hate Oda?
Yeah, why do I hate Oda? Hey, I'm defending him, man. Like, he's human. He messes up too. I mean, the thing is too, like I've gone through the volumes, and if you go to any volume in One Piece, there's like a plethora of mistakes and corrections. Yeah. So that's kind of like why I like kind of reel it back a little bit. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not like sold on it. I think all I needed to like sell me is just a nice reaction from either Nami or Usopp of saying, hey, this is weird. Gear Third. Like if somebody said, oh wait, like Gear Third, Gear Fourth, I think that would have like, I mean, of course that would have been on the nose, but I'd be like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, Gear Fourth Elephant. I don't know. That's the weird thing with me. Like everything else, I didn't even like. I was like, Gear what? And I was waiting for the transformation. He never transforms.
Yeah.
So,
and then like plus the elephant series of attacks, like that's all Gear Third. Like if it was Gear Fourth, it'd be like Rhino Schneider, right?
Right. But everything else is okay. It's Ifrit Jambe. It's Black Rope Dragon.
Black Rope Dragon Twister.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
So for Elbaf though, Legoland, more than just Nami's room, more than just this castle. It looks like a lot of houses are made out of Legos. You cool with that? I know we talked about it the other day, And it's like, yeah, like it was 50-50, but like now that you see more Legos, like how do you feel? Do you want to go buy a set outside?
I feel like Legos is at this point in my life, Legos feel like a lot to clean up.
Yeah.
You know, like I think it'd be cool to like, you know, I guess work on a Lego set. Then it's like just cleaning up would be a task.
Yeah, and then what would you do afterwards with it, right? Do you hang it up on a wall? You put it on your desk?
Take a picture, I guess.
Take a picture with it and that's it?
It's like, because, you know, even for people that collect things, some people are like, why do you collect things? You know, it's just
things I
like seeing them.
Yeah.
You know, for a Lego set, I know some people work on Legos as kind of like something to do with their hands to pass the time. You know, it's just something to figure out. So I guess I do that just to pass the time, to like, you know, not think about shit. Just, you know, it's like a hobby thing. But other than that, I'm not a Lego guy.
Okay, so I looked it up right now. Apparently, 4 billion people have bought Legos around the world. So statistically, if we were to go off of that and, you know, just think about the amount of people who watch these videos and stuff, there's at least one person right now doing a Lego set while listening to us.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why people would want to do Legos.
Yeah.
Because it's like a way to pass the time. And, you know, I guess when you get to a certain point, a certain age, just like you just fucking want hobbies and shit to do, you know?
Yeah. Like some people do like ayahuasca, right?
Is that the one where like you go on like a spiritual journey or some shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I saw like a video on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, it was floating around like this couple doing ayahuasca in like a Thailand village, and the villagers are like, whoa, hurry up and throw up. Get out of here.
No.
I would never do that. That sounds like an awful idea, man.
Yeah, they said it's how you find yourself or some shit. It's like like a spiritual journey.
Because you just start tripping like super hard. That's all it is.
No, bro. Like I don't know.
It's not a spiritual journey, guys. It's you're just you're going mad. Your brain's messing up a little bit.
I don't know. Some people like, I mean, you got people that like bungee jumping and shit.
Yeah.
You know? So people like different things. I don't want to, you know, go too hard on people liking shit like that. But like, I'm good.
I'm good. I don't need it. You telling me you're not gonna do galaxy gas?
I'm good. Oh my gosh.
You're not gonna do whippets?
I keep seeing people in this. I'm like, it's all well, okay.
Yeah.
What I see people doing, I see a lot of people doing it because it changes their voice. Right? I've been seeing that. And I'm seeing people do it because I guess how it makes them feel. It's kind of like how back in the day we used to use helium.
Yeah, from like balloons.
For balloons, but like when you like inhale helium gas, like your voice changes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something that you carry around like a small bottle of helium and like keep like doing that. But it's like that's how I look at the people that are changing their voice with it. For the people that are using it to get like a high, you know, more power to them.
To each their own.
Yeah, like hopefully, you know, that they figure out that what they're doing is some stupid shit. But like, I don't know. Kids being kids, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a primarily kid-dominated market, just Galaxy Gas. And it's crazy that they get around like the FDA and all them because they market it as like whipped cream cartridges. They're like, yes, we're just selling whipped cream cartridges and here's a couple of recipes. But at the same time, they're like, it's like triple the amount that you need.
It's like just the stupid shit that go viral, bro. Like,
so dumb.
I don't know if you ever did the cinnamon challenge.
No, that's no. I think it killed somebody, didn't it?
I would be surprised if somebody didn't die. But yeah, the cinnamon challenge was one. The crate challenge. I don't know if you did that. You definitely did that, right?
No, I didn't do the crate challenge. Maybe I'm just like not like adventurous. Okay, somebody did die from the cinnamon challenge, and it was a little kid, so it's really sad. It's just like,
yeah, I mean,
guys.
You're putting a bunch of cinnamon into your throat, like dry cinnamon.
Yeah, and it's gonna get like clogged.
It's gonna get that's like.
What are we doing?
I I don't know. It's like an internet trend.
Yeah.
That, you know, internet, TikTok, or whatever.
Whippets have been around for a while, but the minute they called it Galaxy Gas, it's done. It just needed a cute little nickname.
Now it's the talk of the town. Have you tried a Galaxy Gas?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you just bring it to school or something like, oh, guys, I got some, strawberry Galaxy Gas. And they're flavoring it. I got some mint flavored Galaxy. You want to try it?
I would just stick with good old tequila,
Hey, shout outs. Apparently, I saw the statistics or something. It's like this generation of kids, they're like the one generation that drinks the least.
I saw that.
But because they're drinking the least, they're replacing it with Whippets and Galaxy Gas.
Like, yes.
That's so funny, man.
They're doing a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, go back to alcohol, guys. Come on.
I mean, alcohol isn't the bad.
No, it's bad, but in moderation. In moderation.
That's one thing with alcohol. I don't like. I rarely drink. So when I drink, it's like a special event.
Yeah.
But anything. I think if you abuse it, it's bad.
Yeah.
Most things. I don't know. You can abuse water, right? Because you can die from drinking too much water too.
I mean, yeah, I think that's like rarer.
Like water poisoning.
Yeah, like can you overdose on water? Can you?
Yes. It's called water poisoning.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
I don't think it happens that often.
How many people died of drinking water?
That's a crazy way to phrase it.
Let me see. Over 1 million deaths each year. Okay, well, no. This is like unsafe water, though. Never mind. I don't think anybody keeps track of, death to clean water. Death due to clean water.
Can you overdose on water?
I think it says you can.
Yeah, drink it. It's water intoxication.
Yeah, but like... it says it's rare.
It's rare. This
Only
says
among
no more
athletes
than
and soldiers.
0.8 to 1 liters of water per hour.
Dude, how do you do that? Do you drink over a liter of water an hour?
Like a whole liter.
Yeah.
Per hour.
And then you just keep on doing it.
You keep doing it. You die.
I mean, at that point, you know what you're doing, though, right?
Well, let's say your kidneys can only process 1 liter of fluid per hour. So anything over that for a number of hours can be risky.
Yeah. Man, they aren't kidding about how dangerous that is, huh?
I mean, bro, like everything is dangerous. Everything.
Yeah.
Like if you do too much, like if you too much water, too much soda, too much candy, too much steak,
even too much One Piece.
Now that's the only thing that's like might be safe.
Imagine like you just do nothing but read One Piece every day, like your eyes are glued to the screen.
Then that's like you're not sleeping, right?
Yeah, maybe that could be bad, right?
Yeah, if you're not sleeping, then that's like...
Damn.
I saw like somebody was doing a sleep challenge.
Yeah, somebody tried to break the record, but apparently they didn't even break the record because like somebody went like 3 days extra, but yeah, it's like, so why would you do it, man?
First off, I've been like up for a while, for over a day before.
Yeah.
It is like torture.
It's not fun.
It's not fun. Right? So doing that to yourself on purpose is kind of like, bro, being tired and just like wanting to sleep, that's one, bro. Like, no. And having to fight that, it's tough. Like every time I feel tired and I'm driving or something, I'm like, all right, let me go get some coffee. Let me get something right now. Like,
that's gonna be me after this video. I'm just gonna go grab some coffee.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, it's only like 2 p.m. EST, so like.
Yeah, it's only 2 p.m., yeah. It's almost midnight.
No.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the... what's up?
I was gonna say like, so overall with the chapter, it was like a meh chapter. It was cool. It was a good chapter.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but like overall, it's just like it's not much there.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of fun stuff.
Yeah, just fun. I said this would be a lot of fun in the anime when it happens.
Oh, 1,000,000%. I mean, last thing I want to touch on before we head out of here too, Sun God. Is this another animal like the Ear God? Is it a fake, quote, Luffy in a way? How do you feel about this?
Fake God that took on the title after finding out about like Nika and stuff like that. So fake God, for sure. I think this is going to be like the main, I don't know, this level antagonist. Because I don't even think this person is like even stacks up to like Loki and those, you know?
Oh.
Like this isn't the king of Elbaf. This is just somebody that's like the king of this area, maybe this realm, you know? They call themselves a sun god because I don't know. This seems kind of blasphemous considering like how they view, like how the giant spoke of the sun god. For somebody to take on the title of sun god, it's like, is this even a giant?
Yeah, I mean, this kind of reminds me of Shrek 4. You ever watch Shrek?
They have 4 Shreks?
Yeah, they're making a 5th, dude. I'm so excited. I'm a big Shrek fan.
I'm a huge Shrek fan, but I've only seen like 2.
Oh, you didn't watch okay. I think I'm thinking about Shrek 3, but there was one Shrek where like Shrek goes out, he finds the rightful heir to his kingdom, and then he brings it back home. In a weird way, this kind of reminds me of what Dory and Broggy were doing. Because like when they showed up on Egghead Island, they're like, "Hey, we're here to get you. We're here to get the sun god." And then it's like, wait, maybe like Dory and Broggy know that this is a fake god,
so they want to expose the fake god.
Yeah, they want to expose him by bringing Luffy back.
Well, Luffy doesn't think he's a sun god,
and I don't think Luffy would care. Like I could see there being a scenario where Luffy meets the sun god, and he's like, "Hey, keep up the good work, dude."
He's like, huh, that's cool.
Man. Yeah, you're the sun god?
You're called the sun god? Yeah. I don't know. How do you feel about Luffy in general? Because this is going to be Luffy throughout. Like his lack of care for most things.
Oh, lack of care. I mean, it's hard, right? But I think Oda does a good job at finding a good middle ground. Like Fishman Island, for example. We had a whole thing, man, like I think 10 chapters of just Jinbei talking about, the backstory of the fisherman, Fisher Tiger, Queen Otohime. And it's like, okay, that was nice. I liked it. But Luffy fell asleep. He had no idea what the hell was going on. But the thing is that Luffy cared, though. He wanted the best for Fishman Island, and he just focused on what was right in front of him. Like, oh, Hody Jones and Vanderdecken are going to destroy the island. I'm going to stop them. And he really put in like 110%. So even if Luffy doesn't care about being a sun god, I feel like Oda will find a way to push Luffy to not care about being a sun god, but caring about the same things the sun god would care about, if that makes sense.
I think Oda does a good job of putting, I would say, motive in front of Luffy.
Yeah.
That's not super deep and complex for him to have to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So at the end of the day, it's every situation for Luffy is like, do I care about this person? Yes. Then I'm going to care about the things they care about. Then I'm going to do everything in my power to protect it. That's like what it comes down to. So at the end of the day, we even talk about like saving the world. The only reason why he'd care about that is because it's going to affect people that he cares about,
Yeah.
Which it's a safe route for Oda because he can then explore like more complexities with the characters around him, which I think, also adds to Luffy's whole mantra about like how everybody else around him supports him and he wouldn't be who he is without them. But I asked that because I was thinking about like Luffy's lack of care and then Goku's ignorance.
Totally the same thing.
Where Luffy just genuinely doesn't care, where Goku genuinely doesn't know. Like while I'm watching Dragon Ball and Goku's going around like patting people's like crotch. And it's like,
that's like early Dragon Ball though. Like Dragon Ball Super, Goku knows, and he's like, "Hey, let's do it anyway. Like, let's fight, dude. Let's just go for it, man."
Well, I gotta rewatch Dragon Ball and stuff. Well, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But I think Dragon Ball Goku was just like genuinely just peak in regards to main characters. But I guess it's different when you're 19 as opposed to when you're like
older.
10.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you're a kid as opposed to like you're a teenager. You're about to be an adult, Which again, Oda does a great job with Luffy, so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if Luffy were to care about one backstory, it might just be about Joy Boy, to kind of mirror the Roger thing where Roger got to laugh and say, "Hey, Joy Boy, I wish I knew this guy." Like maybe by the time Luffy gets there and he learns about the Void Sentry, he's like, "Hey, Joy Boy, I don't really know too much about him, but he seems pretty cool."
Yeah, if
It's like super
it has to be
simple.
something tying into him being cool. He's not gonna care about the lore and the fight between Emu and he's
Yeah,
not
the
gonna care about any of that
history.
shit. No, like even the Roger Pirate's backstory, he wouldn't care about it because it's spoilers for him. So it's just like I don't care about what Roger did. Like I understand Roger, I understand he's great, but I don't want to know about what the shit he did. Like that's all well and good. I don't want to get spoiled. So I mean, this brings up the conversations as far as like after he becomes a pirate king, then what? Like what now?
Yeah.
But it's I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
He'll sail off into the sky and go to other planets. That's it. That's how we're gonna end One Piece.
He's gonna start like it's gonna be like
It's like a Nels cover
Interstellar?
page. Yeah, like Interstellar too. Just hey, our next adventure, it's to the moon, and then he just blasts
and
off.
that's the end of One Piece.
Yeah, just something
Then
something
Luffy
super
gets
silly.
lost. He gets lost in time. Now we got Two Piece.
When he gets lost in time, imagine that's the last chapter. That'd be kind of cool. Like, hey, where'd Luffy go? And then done. One Piece is over. No answers. No nothing. Just Luffy's
And then
missing.
you see him at the end. It's like Luffy gets caught in a time warp or something, and then the last chapter is him. He meets this robot and befriends him, and then he's like, "Yo, I gathered up some hockey and put it in a knot for you."
Oh, it just like loops all the way around. I thought you were gonna say like he meets Joy Boy or Roger, which would be like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, where like at the end of it, the main character meets Yugi from the first series, and it's like a weird time loop.
Well, that kind of reminds me of like they said Ace thinking he awakened his devil fruit, but he's really in hell. So
Yeah, Ace is still fighting a Kainu in there. He's still trying to escape Marineford. Little does he
Luffy
know.
meets Joy Boy and Roger. He's like, "Oh man, is this what happens when after you become Pirate King? No, you're dead."
Do you know that image where like it's like the gates of heaven and you have all the characters like, hey, welcome in, and it's like Odin, Pedro, and all these guys. Imagine that's the last chapter of One Piece. Like, oh, welcome, Luffy, we're waiting for you.
No, bro. There's one I saw.
so
where it's
funny.
like for the final war, everybody comes back. And it's like, yo, we're back. And it's like Ace, he has like a fucking hole.
Whitebeard's over here with chemo and everything. He's like, nice.
I know half
I'm
his
barely
head.
pushing. Yeah, half his
Half
head.
his head. They're all just back.
Oh, man.
They're like, yo, we're back, man.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. And then Pedro's just like a ghost. You can't even see him. His body's gone.
Right. It's like a ghost reaching out.
Yeah. Like, who was that? Pedro? Is that you?
They're like, oh, we feel his presence.
Maybe they look up at the moon and they see Pedro's face up there.
Please.
He's just
Pedro's
smiling
one
down.
Of those characters.
That's so
I
funny.
don't know. Does Pedro have a fan base? Do people like Pedro?
People like Pedro. Did you like Pedro? That's a long pause.
I didn't hate him.
That's the
I didn't
long
hate him.
pause.
But it was just like, bro, what are you doing? I understand that you were gonna die anyway because of your lifespan, but you were just like every opportunity. Pedro's like, is it time?
Yeah.
Do we use these? Is it time? I
Dude,
was like, dog.
he fought Tamago, right? And before Brooke showed up, dude, he was ready to go. He was like, oh, like
He's ready to go.
I guess I'll save this
he's
for
ready to go.
later. It's like, damn, man, like chill.
Then Tamago was all like, well, now I have electric tights.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Pedro's trying to die, and Tamago is showing him his tights. Like, nah, that's not gonna work, enemy.
He was just looking for a place to go, man. I
That's
was very like, I liked him with the scenes we got, but I do think his death was a little bit silly. It was just funny, man.
Took Perospera's arm. He's like, but I'm a candy man.
And then everybody hates Perospero because of that. Dude, Wanda, Carrot, all the minks, Nekomamushi.
nothing wrong.
It's like, bro, Perospero was doing his job. What do you, like, everyone's like, oh, you're the guy who killed Pedro. It's like, they didn't light the fuse. They didn't. He was just going to
I should
capture
be
him.
mad. Like, I lost my arm because of that idiot. And
Yeah.
this idiot,
I'd be
he
pissed.
invaded before, right? And
Yeah, he
we
came
let him
back.
escape. We let him leave with his life.
Yeah.
But then he comes back again as like a fucking tour guide. And this is trying to blow shit up. And he blew up my arm. Now, like, I lost my arm. Yeah, I'm a candy man, so it's like I can figure it out. But holy shit, like, you're mad at me because your guy killed himself? Come on, bro. Spare me.
I'd be so pissed if I was Perospero. I'd be like on a vendetta against the minks, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd like start like a hate mink group.
Yeah, like just a whole racist club against minks. Anybody with fur, dude.
Anybody that looks like a mink. I hate Katakuri too. You're a half mink, aren't you?
Yeah, because of his like little fur collar.
Or his teeth?
Oh yeah, forget the teeth, man. Just the scarf, you know.
There's a scarf, and it's
I like
like
the
that.
scarf,
That causes civil unrest in Whole Cake Island.
Yeah.
And that's the start of like who becomes the next captain. Because remember, Paris Purr was like, "Oh, I could be the next captain."
Yeah,
And then Smoothie was like,
no, that should go to Big Brother Katakuri. But at the same time, like I don't think he cares.
I can see Paris Purr being the actual leader of the Big Mom Pirates, and Katakuri just like opening up like a Dunkin' Donuts or something on his island.
He just retires.
Just retires.
He saves pudding
like
and he retires. He's done.
I think he says fuck pudding.
No way, dude. Come on.
No, in this hypothetical.
Oh, in the hypothetical. Okay, I was about to say like, dude,
in the actual One Piece world, no. He's sliding for pudding. He's going to get her.
Yeah, nobody messes with his sister, brother.
No,
That's crazy.
No.
Last thing, one thing with Elbaf, what are you looking forward to the most? And then we can end it there.
Just
what do you hope for?
Baddies. Like
giant baddies, like Miss Mountain.
Baddies, like Gerd.
What's like My Hero? Like, isn't it like Miss Mountain?
Midnight? Is that Midnight?
Midnight? I'm not familiar. Let me see.
No.
Midnight. No, Midnight's like the teacher. Miss.
Oh, is it Miss Mountain? I know
I think it's Miss Mountain.
Is it Miss Mountain?
Oh, Mount Lady. Sorry.
Mount.
I was like halfway there. Yeah. Mountain Lady. We need some mountain ladies up here.
Miss Mountain.
I was like, it's close.
I was like, I know it's some mountain.
I feel
Miss
like
Mountain.
I feel like a person on Family Feud. I'm like, Steve, it's up there. Steve, come on. Look at the board.
Miss Mountain.
And then you hear the ding, ding, ding. And it's actually up there. I get the answer.
The main guy who gave Deku his powers, strong everything.
Instead of all-minded, strong everything. Oh, dude, that's so funny. Strong everything.
Oh man, no.
All for one? You mean all mine?
We just have a video renaming all the fucking quirks.
No, we should. That's so funny, dude. Oh man,
Rubber Man.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thank you again, Brog, for joining me on this. I think One Piece video.
I think so.
Yeah, it's something like that. You guys take care. You guys know where to find Brago as per usual, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out.